Hello everyone, I'm Kaz from Conscious Explorers, and today I'd like to talk to you about truth. And when I say truth, I'm talking about universal truths, truths pertaining to your life, to existence, and to your well-being. I'm not talking about historically accurate truths. So when I was younger and someone would recommend to me some sort of motivational speaker or a spiritual teacher or just someone who they would suggest had some good advice, I would always research them to the ends of the earth to see if I felt like I trusted them and whether they were good people. And if I came up with any kind of dodginess, and when I say dodginess, I mean my standards of what's dodgy, which is probably quite different to other people's standards of what's dodgy. But if they didn't sort of come up to standard, then I wouldn't give them time of day and I wouldn't listen to anything that they had to say. But what I've learnt with time and as I've got older is that truth very often comes from very dodgy sources. In fact, truth comes from everywhere. I think part of the reason is that dodgy people often shout the loudest, and people that just know the truth don't often have to say anything at all. So what you get, in fact, is characters much like myself who'll get little insights now and again and shout about them. But perhaps when you look at their lives, they're living quite contradictory, hypocritical lives, myself included. So all I'm saying is that truth can come from all kinds of places, and I think the universe might have set it up this way. Well, this is my little belief that truth often comes from a false prophet, and that's to stop you getting too addicted to them. Because if truth was always coming from the most genuine, authentic, pure people, you might just listen to everything they say and not bother thinking for yourself and not bother feeling whether that thing resonates. You might just simply kind of get spoon-fed by them. In fact, the way that it really is kind of forces you in a way to really look inside and just feel whether the truth is relevant and resonates with you. An example of this is, for myself, is the Carlos Castaneda audiobooks, which I'm listening to at the moment. Carlos Castaneda is a very controversial character, both in the way that he lived his life and whether people question whether his books are really true, whether they actually happened, and whether the characters were real or not. For me, this is completely irrelevant. I mean, it would be great if they were true, and it would be great if he was a nice guy, but it's not the most important thing here. There is, for me personally, truth that really is so valuable to my life, and I'm so grateful to be listening to it. And that's what's important. And in fact, getting too bogged down with who's delivering it is really an egoic thing that we don't need to carry. So I guess I'm just sharing this to remind everyone and to suggest to stay open-minded. I'm not saying like go and listen to every dodgy guru out there, because that is not right either. But perhaps when you hear something, judge it on its own merits and not from where it came from, because that's something I used to do, and I think I missed out a lot because of that. But luckily I'm learning to do otherwise. Okay, I hope that helps. Many thanks for listening.